And there we go. Oh, hi, Shanna. Hey. Get this, squeezing this row in here. Squeeze this row in. Okie dokie, my friends, welcome. Thank you for being here. All right, as far as announcements go, I am teaching on Thursday morning at 9:15, Thanksgiving morning, so I shall be here. I will not be teaching my 8:30 p.m. class on Thursday night. I'm honestly not sure about the other classes on Thanksgiving. I kind of want to say that mine's the only one that's happening. But I could be wrong, so don't quote me. Look on the Google calendar. And then other than that, I have my Sundance retreat coming up the first weekend of December, Friday to Sunday. There's one spot left. And then I also have my El Salvador retreat in January. It's the 5th to the 11th of January. And I have one room left for that one. So if you're interested, please let me know. Or take a flyer on your way out and there's a QR code. You can look at all the info. Okie doke. Other than that, any questions, comments, concerns? Okay, let's just do the thing then. So if you're not already there, find a comfortable seat. And I always like to move my body a little bit before I find stillness. So if you feel like just kind of wiggling, stretching, moving around, feeling into your physicality a little bit more, take a moment to do so. And then as you are ready, just find stillness. So sit up nice and tall. Feel into the length in your spine, length in the back of your neck. And allow your hands to rest somewhere in some way intentionally. So hands could rest on your lap. Hands could come to your heart. Maybe even one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And then close your eyes. And take these first few moments to just fully arrive. So not just physically arriving, which obviously we have all done, good job, but allow yourself to arrive now mentally, emotionally, energetically. So rather than being somewhere else in your mind, just let yourself be here in this room. Feel your body. Feel not just your physical body, but also your energetic body. So just how does your energy feel? What is your energetic state of being this morning? Get curious about it. And see if you can even go a little bit deeper than energy. Get curious about emotions. So emotions are energy in motion. Notice, do you feel any emotions in your body? And if so, where and what do they feel like? See if you can let go of the stories around them and just notice the sensation. See if you can start to, if you haven't already, really connect with your breath. So if you're a visual person, maybe you visualize your breath. You see it with your imagination flowing up and down the length of your spine. Moving into all the little spaces every time you breathe in. And then every time you breathe out, just letting it all go. Next time you inhale, very intentionally fill up as big as you can. Good. And then when you think you're full, take a moment, pause there, hold, maybe even take an extra little sip. Yes, and then open your mouth, let it out. Ah. Good. 2 more like that. So great big inhale. Fill up every tiny little space inside of you. Hold. Let that breath circulate around for just a moment. Maybe that extra little sip again. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Ah. Very nice. One more. So biggest inhale. You've taken all morning long. Take that moment of pause at the top. Extra sip, maybe even 2 extra sips. Now your mouth, let it go. Ah. Start to tap into ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. And it sounds almost like an ocean wave or a gentle whisper, wind moving through trees. So the inhale is like you're taking a really, really deep, slow motion gasp. The exhale is like you're fogging up a window. Your lips are sealed over the breath. So essentially you're fogging up a window on the inside of your body. You're starting to heat up your body from the inside, warm up your body just by breathing in this way. So be here with this slow, deep, steady breath for as long as you would like, connecting to your own rhythm. And please also know that you are more than welcome to come back to this place, to your seated meditation, at any time throughout our practice that you just want to take a moment to reconnect with yourself, to reconnect with your breath. This is always here for you. If you are ready to begin moving around, take this breath with you and come forward to your hands and your knees. So tabletop position. Once you're on your hands and your knees, start to move intuitively any way you want. So maybe that's cat cows, maybe that's big, huge circles with your hips. Is that Tammy? Tammy, if you feel comfortable this way, you're good. You can also go whatever feels best for you. Yeah. Facing what? I like facing. All right, my friends. Good. So just feeling around, feeling into your hands, your wrists, your shoulders, feeling into your elbows, feeling into your shoulder blades. So all these parts of your body, maybe we even forgot about. Maybe they've been sleeping. Start to wake them up. What does it feel like? Spin your fingers out to both sides or even back towards your knees. What does it feel like to bring your knees together, to widen your knees a lot? What does it feel like to curl your toes under or to uncurl your toes? So there's like a million bazillion things you can notice if you actually pay attention. If you're going somewhere else in your mind, if you're at the grocery store right now, probably there's not much at all that you're noticing in your body. So tune in. This is your practice to feel, be in your felt senses, to experience from the inside. No need to judge, no need to figure anything out. Just feel. In your next few rounds, my friends, downward facing dog is our destination. So you can start your transition back whenever you're ready. Back in your dog pose, same thing, just feel around. Maybe pedal out your heels, maybe give both knees a big bend, lift up to your tiptoes and see how much length you can create from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. So in down dog, the more you can use your core to lift you out of your arms and your wrists and your hands, the more supported you will feel, the more stable and strong you will feel from the inside. So I like to even imagine there's a rope, an invisible rope attached to my belly button, and it's pulling up, it's tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. So feel that lift, use your breath. Take one more big inhalation, see if there's any more length you can create. And then as you exhale, my friends, just start to walk your hands to the very back of your yoga mat. So eventually come into a forward fold at the back of your yoga mat. Once you have arrived, be there for a few rounds, maybe a ragdoll pose, grab opposite elbows, kind of sway or bounce or bob. I would also recommend for this first fold, especially, to bring your feet at least hips width distance apart, maybe even a little wider. So widening your feet will give your pelvis and your hips more space. Let your neck relax, let your head be heavy, and use your strong core, once again, that connection to your center, to lift your butt up. So even if you have a huge bend in your knees, weight is just slightly forward, more in your toes and the balls of your feet, and then focus on using your core to lift your sit bones towards the sky. You let the crown of your head fall towards the ground. Take one more round in this forward fold. With your next inhalation, halfway lift position. So spine parallel to the earth. Get all the rounding out of your back. Yes. Exhale, fold, and bow. Beautiful. Do that once more. Halfway lift. So stick your butt out, press back through the tops of your thighs. Exhale, fold, and bow. This time, let's take it all the way up. So come through your halfway lift and keep rising, arms overhead as you breathe in. Hands to heart as you breathe out. Let's flow for just a moment with our breath. Inhale, reach up, high mountain. Exhale, hinge at your hips. See if you can take the entire length of your exhale to dive down so there is no rush. Traction out your spine. Yes. Inhale, extend your spine. Halfway lift, nice and long. Beautiful. Exhale, fold, release. Find emptiness, connect to your center, and from that place, rise back up. So you come through a halfway lift and keep rising, arms overhead. Hands to heart as you exhale. Take that once more. So much awareness. Inhale, high mountain. Close your eyes if you can and dive down. So feel your body moving through space. It's called proprioception. Yes. Nice, Rosie, as you inhale, halfway lift. Get all the rounding out of your back. Even the back of your neck, sides of your neck are long. Nice, CC. Exhale, fold. Now press into your feet, engage through your core, rise, arms reach, inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, this time, inhale, take your arms up. And as you exhale, bring your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades squeeze your spine. Try not to lock out your elbows. So for those of you who just hyperextend your elbows right away, please try to bend your elbows and even suction cup your palms together. Then imagine your elbows are magnetized. So this is what's called muscle energy. Instead of just hyperextending our arms, we're using muscles to stretch. So start to reach your hands back without locking out your elbows if possible. Maybe even lift your heart up. Nice, Tammy. So puff up your chest, tilt your chin up, press your hips forward, but hug in with your inner thighs. So squeeze an invisible yoga block with your inner thighs and feel the strength that brings into your core. Take one more inhale. Keep your hands clasped, hinge at your hips. Exhale, dive down slowly. Hang out in your forward fold with your fingers interlaced for a few more rounds. So relax your neck. Nice, Samantha. Try not to lock out your elbows. I know it's hard if you've been doing it your whole life. It might even feel like you're doing this pose wrong now, but see if you can get curious. See if you can do something different and just be with it. Breathe into it. Soften around it. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, hands to low back, then release your clasp, nice and easy. Let your arms hang down. Give them a little shaky shake. Next time you breathe in, find a spinal extension. So realign. And then from your spinal extension, plant your hands or your fingertips like you're a four-legged animal. Super lightly, gracefully crawl your hands to the top of your mat until you are in a plank position. So plank position, shoulders over wrists, hips level with shoulders. Take an inhale here. You guys look great. As you exhale, don't move your hands or your feet. Just lift your hips and press them back. Down dog. You can bend your knees a lot. Yes. Inhale, rock forward. High plank, top of a push-up. Try not to move hands or knees. Exhale, lift your hips, press them back. Imagine that invisible rope is tugging up and back. One more time. Inhale, come forward. This time, exhale, lower halfway down. So strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, push back up, high plank. Exhale takes you back, down dog. Stretch it out. Very nice. Inhale, rock forward. This time we'll take it all the way to our belly. Lower slowly for 3, 2, 1. Nice, Brooklyn. Inhale, Spider-Man Cobra. So hands frame your mat. You're on your fingertips, elbows face the sky. Inhale, lift your heart. Tone your belly to protect low back. Exhale, twist to your right. Dip your left shoulder down a bit. Hands on the hardwood floor. The wider your hands, the more you're going to get out of this. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, twist the other way. If you do not take your hands wide, you're super limited in your shoulder mobility. Inhale, back to center, lift. Press into fingertips. Exhale one more time, each direction. So it's like a shoulder pigeon variation. Slowly, intentionally, big deep breaths. Eventually an inhale will bring you back to center. Yes, hands on the hardwood floor, not on your mat. And take it back to down dog eventually. Nice breathing, my friends. Good job. One more time. About 5 breaths in your down dog. If you would like no hands-on adjustments today, you would like a hands-off practice, I don't take it personally. Just let me know by lifting one of your legs in the air. Alrighty, thank you very much. Now, if you want to lift one of your legs in the air and then the other, just to kind of explore, feel free. Use your breath to hold and support you. Use your strong core. Lift your hips higher. See if you can grow your side bodies longer. Yes, strong through your arms and your shoulders a little bit. Take one more big inhale, my friends, into your downward facing dog. And then with your exhale, this time look to the top of your mat, step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Once you've arrived, find your halfway lift position, breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Nice, Chris. From the press of your feet, take it all the way up to stand, arms reach, inhale. And exhale, hands to your heart center. All right, we'll build our flow now. Inhale, high mountain. As you exhale, we're going to sit into a chair, but twist our body to the right side of the room. So left arm goes forward, right arm reaches back, and sit back. Notice if your left knee is forward and draw your left knee back. Sometimes this pose, it helps me to bring my legs together and squeeze them together. So if you want to, you can squeeze through the tops of your thighs. Yes, imagine that you're twisting from your belly button. So feel your core engage. Keep your spine long so you're not leaning forward. The crown of your head is drawing up. Weight is in your heels. Take one more round and see if you can twist a little bit further. Good breathing. Inhale back to center, high mountain. So just reach up. And then as you exhale, same thing, other side. So sit back, right arm forward, left arm back this time. Weight in your heels primarily. And if it's helpful, bring your big toes to touch and squeeze through your upper thighs. Otherwise, just make sure your knees are nice and even with one another. Nice, Sydney. Beautiful. Draw up through the crown of your head. Feel your strong core and use it to work your twist. Feel your strong legs and sit a little bit deeper. One last round. Awesome work. Next time you inhale, come back to high mountain, arms reach. And as you exhale, tiny little back bend. So cactus your arms, bottom tips of shoulder blades, squeeze, puff up your chest. Inhale, re-extend, realign. Now one more chair variation, chair plane. So as you exhale, bend your knees and swing both arms back behind you. Maybe you still got your inner thighs squeezing together. Awesome. See if you can lift your heart up like you're doing cobra with your chest. Yes. Now choose to stay where you're at, or if you want, Add a little balance challenge, float up to your tiptoes. So as you lift your heels, get your heels as high as you can, and then see if you can get your butt lower, bend your knees even more. Yes, nice work, nice bend. Wherever you are, one last round. Beautiful, stay on your tiptoes if you can. High mountain, as tall as you can grow. Squeeze through the front of your thighs. Maybe even stay on your tiptoes as you take your dive down into your fold. It's okay if you tremble and shake, let it happen. Breathe into it. Heels on the ground for your halfway lift. Inhale. Good. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Find your way to down dog. So move through your vinyasa however you would like. You can skip it. You can substitute cat-cows. You can add push-ups. You can take it on your knees. So it's all you. See you back in downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. Beautiful breathing today, you guys. All right, from your dog pose, with your next inhalation, take your right leg to the sky, everyone. And feel free today to do whatever feels good with your right leg. So if you want to open your hip, if you want to circle out your ankle, anything goes. Maybe you keep your hips square and just feel into that length, strength, and power in your right leg. So give yourself a moment here. Use your breath, use your core. See how much space can you create? Can you be more efficient in your body? Take one more big inhalation. As you exhale, right knee to your nose. So curl and hollow out and step forward softly, low lunge. Yes. Take your time to rise up. Crescent lunge. Nice, Laura. So all of your toes face forward, high on the ball of your back foot. And you're not trying to sink as deep as you can into this lunge, but actually you're trying to stabilize. So once you found your longest stance to stabilize, you hug back in. Your front hip pulls back, your back hip pulls forward. You plug the femur bones into your hip sockets. So your foundation is your legs. Your foundation is strong. And then your upper body is your expression, your unique expression. Feel into it. Grow into it. Breathe into it. Beautiful, my friends. One more inhale. As you exhale, we will twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. Bend your back knee to a hover. Or if you feel like modifying, just set your back knee down nice and easy, very gently. If your back knee is hovering above the ground, imagine that you are trying to pull your back thigh forward and you're trying to pull your front hip back. Squeeze your inner thighs, nice, Mikkel. Broaden through your shoulders and your collarbones. Maybe even gaze over your right shoulder behind you. See if you can take one more breath and twist just a little bit further. Get a little bit lower. Yes. Unwind. Back to crescent lunge. Inhale. Option to extend your leg if you want to. Squeeze through your front thigh. Exhale. Bring your hands to the earth. And then we're not going to do this in our flow, but for right now, we're going to come into a wide-legged straddle. So walk your hands to the left long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your hands to your hips. And then come all the way up to stand. Once you are standing, pivot your toes out, heels in. Bend your knees, hands to thighs. So you're in a wide-legged squat position now. You want your ankles right under your knees. So if you need to adjust your legs, please feel free. Try to press into the outer edges of your feet and press your knees as best you can towards the wall behind you. Take an inhale, stick your butt out, lift your heart. As you exhale, twist towards the back of the room. It's like we did in our Spider-Man Cobra with our shoulders. Same thing. Stay here, take a full round. Stay low. Inhale, come back through center to the front. Exhale. Full round of breath. We're going to hold. Keep pressing your knees towards the wall behind you. Stay low in your legs. One more time each side. Inhale through center. Little faster. Exhale to the back all the way to emptiness. Nice pull. Inhale through center. And to the front. Empty out. Twist, twist, twist. Inhale center. You take your time. So if you want to stay here a bit longer, go for it. Whenever you're ready, come back into your wide-legged forward fold. So if you want to get there by diving down or just by straightening your legs and adjusting your feet, bringing your hands down, go for it. So it's all you. About 5 to 7 rounds, anywhere you would like to go to explore. Make sure your breath comes with you. Open mouth size at any time. Nice breath. All right, start to wrap it up if you're working somewhere. So last breath, maybe side out your mouth. Next time you inhale, fingertips to the ground. They're not there already, and crawl your fingertips to the top of your space. Come back into a low lunge position. Now, from your low lunge, root down into your right foot, all the way up to the top of your mat, standing staff. So right foot roots down, left knee lifts up. Yes, right foot roots down, left knee lifts up, arms reach up. Yes, good. So standing at the top of your mat, left knee is lifted. Take an inhale here, like you're moving in slow motion, back to low lunge. Exhale, see if you can touch your fingers and toes down at the exact same time. Back and forth like that with your own breath. Inhale to rise. Exhale, low lunge, slowly, like you're moving through honey. Root down through your right foot as you transition. Stay connected to your center as you transition, your strong core. Yes, very good. Let the heat build in your right leg and just be with it. Good. Next time you land in a low lunge, stay there. From low lunge, bring your hands to the inside of your right foot and walk your right foot out to the very width of your mat, nice and wide. Bring your back knee down gently. If you need extra cushion, you can fold over the side of your mat. And then try to let your hips melt down as you lift your heart up. So the temptation will be to put all your weight in your hands so you don't have to feel anything in your legs. Try to just use your hands as a little bit of support. So encourage your weight back into your legs. Let your hips melt towards the ground as your heart lifts up. So hips down and forward and heart lifts. Keep your right toes, or I should say keep your right knee tracking towards your pinky toe. And if it helps, you can pivot your right toes out to the right. So don't let your right knee fall inwards. Take about 3 more breaths here. Yes, breathe down into your hips, especially front of your left hip, those hip flexor muscles. Good. Okay, bottom of your next exhalation, just come back to your regular low lunge. So walk your right foot back to midline and frame it. Then lift your back knee up, just like we did a moment ago, one last time, all the way up to standing staff. So rise and lift your left knee, flex your left toes. Yes, find your balance here. One more inhale. As you exhale, figure 4, sit back and use chair plane arms. So swing your arms back. As you sit back, most of your weight is now in your right heel. We will be here for a few rounds. If you want to play or explore in your own way, feel free. So maybe hands come to your legs, maybe hands come to blocks or the ground. Maybe you're even playing with an arm balance or a twist. So it's all you. Keep the flexion in your left toes. Keep your breath moving slow and steady. Make your breath just as important as the physical posture. Maybe make your breath more important than the physical posture. Yes, take about 2 more. Awesome, Tammy. Flexion through your left toes. Strong through your left ankle, nice jhana. Let's slowly come back. Standing staff is where we will meet. So right back to left knee lifted, arms reaching. One more inhale. As you exhale, curtsy squat. Swing your left leg around, left toes off the right edge of your mat, hands to your heart. Get low in your legs. Pause here. Spine is long, so try not to stick your butt out and look at the ground, but tone your belly, lengthen your low back, and drop through the crown of your head. Take little pulses up and down with your legs. Pulse it out. Let that heat build in your legs, and you just keep breathing slow and steady. Navel to spine protects low back. Get as low as you can. Take one more breath. Pull. Inhale, high mountain. Both feet on your mat, both arms to the sky. Stretch. Dive down slowly. Traction out your spine. Exhale. Yes, lift halfway. Inhale. Exhale. Plant your hands, feet back. Find your way to down dog, however you want to, no rush. Move with intention. Move with your slow, intentional breath. Peace, Britt. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. All right, from your dog pose, left leg to the sky. Take a moment, whatever would feel good. You can open your hip, you can roll out your ankle. We get that alarm back there. All right. So take a moment, just feel your left leg. Feel the connection to your center. So notice if when you lifted your left leg, did you kind of drop into your outer right hip? Can you stay connected? Can you keep hugging towards midline? Take one more big inhale, left leg long, strong, powerful. Now use your strong core as you exhale, knee towards your nose, scoop out your belly, then step through as soft as possible. Very nice. Take your time to rise up into your crescent lunge. So high on the ball of your back foot, your widest stance, your longest stance, but then rather than just sinking into your longest stance, you're doing the opposite. You're stabilizing. So you're finding all that length and then hug back in towards midline and stabilize. So build your strong structure, build your strong foundation, and then, nice cam, grow into your expression. Maybe you're gazing up. Maybe you're spreading your fingers really wide, or maybe today you just feel like softening through your hands. Maybe you're angry today and you want to make fists with your hands. So I don't care what you're doing as long as you're doing it intentionally, as long as you're feeling it. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, twist towards the windows. Right arm forward, left arm back. Back knee bends to a hover. So back knee is hovering. I call this a turbo twist. So your legs are strong and powerful. Try to pull your back leg forward and your front leg back. Squeeze your inner thighs more. If you're modifying, back knee can come down at any time. Yes, use your core and twist, twist, twist. Maybe gaze over left shoulder. Last big deep breath. Nice job. Unwind, crescent lunge. As you inhale, you can extend your front leg if you want. Squeeze through your front thigh. And exhale, hands to the ground. Bring your hands to the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to hips once again. And then rise all the way to stand and come into that wide-legged squat position again. All right. So in your wide-legged squat, this time invitation to bring your arms out to both sides. And then with your arms out to both sides, just start to sway your body a little bit back and forth. See if you can stay really low in your legs and don't let your knees fall in. Now see if you can lift up to your right tiptoes. Keep swaying. Set your right heel down, lift up to your left tiptoes, keep swaying. Now, only if you want to, see if you can now lift up to both tiptoes and keep swaying. Maybe you let the sway go and just balance on your tiptoes. Get a little lower and breathe. Good job, friends. In your next couple breaths, you can set your heels back down. And maybe you want to explore in this wide-legged squat for a moment more, a few more rounds. But whenever you're ready, just come back into your wide-legged forward fold. No hurry. So please take your time. Wide-legged forward fold is our eventual destination. Big deep breaths. If you notice, when you have time to just be in your pose, do you go somewhere else in your mind? Do you try to figure out what you're doing later today or on your way home? Can you just let yourself be on your mat and have this experience right now? Let everything else just fall away. Good job. Take about 3 more rounds in your wide-legged forward fold. All right. If your hands or your fingertips are not already on the ground, bring them to the ground. Just start to crawl your hands to the top of your space. So come into a low lunge. From low lunge, root firmly into left foot all the way up, standing stack. So all the way up, right knee lifts, arms reach. Yes. Now remember, we're going back and forth. So at your own pace. Exhale takes you back, low lunge, fingers and toes touch at the same time if possible. And then all the way back up as you inhale. So you can go 1 breath per movement, or if you want 2 breaths, 3 breaths. Maybe you even go for a warrior 3 as you transition and take a full breath there. So totally up to you, just as long as you are focused and alert. You are present with this movement up and down. It's so simple, but there's a million things you can notice. There's a million things you can get curious about. Take 1 more, maybe 2 more. And next time you end up in a low lunge and you want to stay there, just stay there. From low lunge, my friends, hands to the inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot out to the very, very width of your yoga mat, maybe even onto the hardwood floor. Back knee comes down gently. Yes, if you need extra cushion, fold over the side of your mat. Now let your hips move down as your heart lifts up. So hips move down as your heart lifts up. So rather than keeping your hips up like this, see if you can start to let your hips come forward. Yeah. And use your hands at first, just so you can let that happen. Yeah, keep letting that happen in your hips. Now that's where you just want to be light in your hands. Yeah, perfect. Good job. If you feel like you want a little more space to work the pose, you might just work your back knee back a little bit further. Try not to let your front knee come forward of your ankle. If it does, it's not inherently bad or anything. It just means now the pose is in your knee and your ankle rather than your hips. Take about 3 more breaths. Soften around it. So rather than trying to get away from sensation, just let the sensation be there, knowing it's only temporary, and soften around it. Last couple. Good job. All right, back to a regular low lunge. So frame your left foot with your hands and lift your back knee up. And now 1 more time, take your journey up to standing staff. So left foot roots down, right knee lifts up, arms reach up, flexion through your right toes. Very nice. Once you found your balance, figure 4 with your legs and chair plane arms. So sit back, outer right ankle, top of left thigh. Sit back, weight in left heel, and your butt is reaching back. Very nice, nice Paloma. Maybe you explore this time, so you'll be here for a few rounds if you want to. You can come into some sort of forward fold, arm balance, twist. Maybe your exploration means that you fall out of the pose 10 times and come back in 10 times. That's your practice. So let go of needing to get anywhere Let go of the goal and just be with whatever you're experiencing right now. Meet yourself right there today in this moment and feel. Last couple rounds of breath. We will return to standing staff. So as you're ready, start to come back. Left leg extends, right knee lifts, arms reach up. One more inhale. If you want, you can extend your right leg forward. Exhale, curtsy squat. So swing your right leg around. Right toes off the left edge of your mat, hands to heart. Get low in your legs. So bend your knees. Take your little pulses. Try to create that brace around your center. So your tailbone is reaching towards the ground, not sticking out. Your spine is nice and long. Crown of your head draws up. Pulse it out. Yes, let the heat build in your legs and breathe into it. Try not to rush. Slow. Yes, get as low as you can. Take one more. Or hold here. Take one more breath. Inhale, high mountain pose. Stretch, lengthen everything. And keep lengthening, but hinge at your hips and stretching out your spine and dive down, forward fold. Beautiful. Halfway lift position as you breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulders back and down away from your ears. And exhale, downward facing dog. If you would rather, my friends, child's pose is more than welcome. So take just a moment, wherever you've ended up, to feel, to notice. How are your legs doing? How are your shoulders doing? What does your right side feel like versus your left side? We are going to move through that entire sequence now, that entire flow. One breath, one movement. It does not mean that we speed through it as fast as we can just to get it over with. It actually means quite the opposite. We're going to move slowly. We're going to move intentionally. And we're going to use our slow, intentional breaths to guide us. So if at any time you want to take a break, you want to do your own thing, you want to come back to your seated meditation, always, always full permission to take care of you. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog pose. Ujjayi breath. Fire it up. So see if you can use your breath to power you from the inside. One more big inhale into your down dog. Exhale, gaze to the top of your space, step or hop forward, fold. Once you have arrived, find your halfway lift position, lengthen, breathe in. Exhale, bow. Take it all the way up, rise, arms overhead, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, here we go. Inhale, reach up, high mountain. Exhale, chair pose, twist to your right. So left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, back to center, stretch long. And then chair twist towards the windows, exhale. Might feel awkward, see if you can be with it. Inhale, reach up. Now add a little baby back bend. Exhale, tone your belly. Scoop, open your heart. Inhale, re-extend, realign. Now one more chair pose, chair plane. So swing your arms back. An option if you want to float to tiptoes. Option to stay on tiptoes. High mountain. Everybody grow as tall as you can. Maybe stay on your tiptoes for a big balance challenge as you dive down. So feel your core engage as you stick your butt out and dive. Beautiful. Heels on the ground as you lift halfway. Breathe in. Nice, Jenny. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, Chaturanga Dandasana. See if you can keep that exhale going as you lower. Inhale, lift your heart, peel it open. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Right leg high, breathe in. Now use your strong core. Exhale, step your right foot forward softly. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, turbo twist, left arm forward, right arm back knee bends to a hover all the way to empty. Inhale, come back, crescent lunge, unwind. Option 2, straighten front leg. Now listen, exhale, hands come down. Root into your right foot, standing staff, all the way up, left knee lifts, flexion through your toes. Exhale, figure 4 with chair plane arms, sit back, sit low. Yes, nice, Callie. Inhale, come back up, standing staff. Option 2, extend left leg forward if you want. Exhale, curtsy squat, hands to heart, bend your knees, get low. Inhale, reach high, high mountain, both feet on your mat. And take it down as you exhale, forward fold. Beautiful work, lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, keep that exhale going, lower down slowly. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lift your hips. Left leg high as you breathe in. Use your strong core, intentionally step your left foot forward as you exhale. Nice work. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Beautiful, Sydney. Twist towards the windows. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back, bend your back knee and hover it above the ground. Nice, Tammy. Inhale, unwind, crescent. Option 2, extend front leg if you want. High on the ball of your back foot. Exhale, hands come down. Now, all the way up. Standing staff pose, right knee lifts, flexion through your toes. Figure 4, chair plane arms, sit back, weight in your left heel, arms reach back. Nice, Ben. Inhale, come back to standing staff, maybe extend right leg forward. And then take your curtsy squat, swing your right leg around, hands to heart, get low. Very nice. Inhale, reach high. And slow dive all the way down, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift your heart, keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, that is one round. We've got one more to go. This time, I'm going to add a few things, few little extra poses, few little variations. So just like you've been doing, stay present, listen to my cues, take what works, and leave the rest behind. So if you are coming with me, one last big huge inhale into your down dog, push the ground away. As you exhale, gaze to the top of your space, step or hop, forward fold. Spinal extension, breathe in. Exhale, fold, bow. Take it up, rise. Lead with your heart, arms overhead, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, last round. Listen, inhale, reach up. As you exhale, we're going to take a prayer twist this time. So left elbow to the outside of your right thigh, hands in prayer. Press your palms together and see if you can leverage your twist. For this variation, personally, I like my big toes touching, my inner thighs squeezing. Take one more round and twist your edge all the way to empty in your breath. Sit a little lower. As you inhale, high mountain, reach up, stretch it out. Now other side, same thing, prayer twist, outer right elbow, outside of left thigh. So use that leverage, your spine is long. Press your palms together and see if you can twist further than you thought you could. Yes, nice, CC, beautiful, my friends. Breathe bigger, deeper, one last round to work your twist. Inhale, high mountain, reach, stretch. Now add your little back bend, exhale, brace around your middle as you curl open. So navel to spine supports low back, inhale, re-extend. Now chair plane or drinking bird, lift to tiptoes if you'd like. Yes, inhale, high mountain, as tall as you can grow. Possibly stay on your tiptoes as you dive down. Stick your butt out. Feel your core engage. Forward fold. Good job. Heels on the ground. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Plant your hands, feet back. See you in down dog. So you can move through your vinyasa or skip it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Nice, Kathy. Inhale, right leg high. You can hold here if you prefer. Otherwise, right knee, left elbow. Use your oblique muscles. Nice, Kay. Inhale, back up. Right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Get as high as you can. Inhale, back up. Yes. Now, knee to your nose. Everybody step forward as soft as you can. Low lunge. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Exhale, turbo twist. Listen, stay in your twist. Bring your right forearm across your low back. Square your shoulders towards the front of the room. Reach your left arm up and start to reach your left arm slightly back as you pop up your chest. So lift your heart and tilt your chin up. Keep that bend in your back knee. Feel the brace around your middle, supporting low back. Take one more inhale, reach through your left fingertips. Nice, Cam. As you exhale, bring your left hand to the ground. Reach your right arm to the sky. You're in a revolve lunge. You can either choose to stay in revolve lunge, or if you want, see if you can work your front leg towards straight for more of a revolve triangle. So that might mean you scoot your left hand back a little bit. Lift your right hip up and try to press back through the very, very top of your right thigh. Nice, Samantha. Continue to work your twist from your center. Awesome job. So wherever you are at, your variation, breathe big and spacious. One more round. Nice, Jana. All right, bottom of your exhale, low lunge. Back to our flow for a moment. Root into right foot. Inhale, standing staff pose. Now listen. As you exhale, we're doing something different. Twist towards the windows, right arm forward, left arm back. Grab hold of your left leg with your right hand. So maybe your knee or the outside of your thigh. Only if you want. Option to go for a revolved hand to big toe pose. Grab hold of your left foot and start to extend your left leg forward. You can wrap your peace fingers around your big toe, or I like to grab the outer edge of my foot. So you choose, press through your heels, squeeze through your inner thighs, twist from your center. Broaden through your shoulders and collarbones. One last round of breath. Good job. Unwind. Inhale, standing staff. Extend left if you haven't already. Exhale, one more curtsy squat. Swing that leg around, get low. Inhale, reach high, stretch. Take your dive. Exhale, all the way down. One more side. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your heart. Nice, Deepika. And exhale, down dog. Left leg to the sky, breathe in. And remember, you can stay and hold, or exhale, left knee, right elbow, that little twist across your body. Inhale, back up. Left to left, aim for your armpit, exhale, use your breath. Inhale, back up. Very nice. Last one, everyone. Knee to your nose and then step forward so softly. Awesome, Chris. Rise up, crescent lunge. Inhale. Turbo twist. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Now pause. Left forearm across low back. Square your shoulders forward. Reach your right arm up. And start to open your heart. So pop up your chest. Lift your heart. Yes. Feel that length all the way down your right side. Feel the space in the front of your right hip and breathe into it. One more inhale. Exhale, right hand to the ground. Left arm to the sky. So you're in a revolve lunge now. Stay in revolve lunge. Or if you would like, explore that revolve triangle variation. So you can stay on the ball of your back foot, but to see if you can start to straighten your front leg by lifting your left hip up, 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 and pressing the top of your left thigh back, back, back. Yes, amazing. Nice, Cam. Awesome, Cece. Beautiful. Long through your spine. Big, deep breaths. One more. Bottom of your exhale, low lunge. So unwind. Bend your front knee, root into front foot, all the way up, standing staff pose. Lift your right knee, reach your arms up. Going somewhere different once again, we will twist left arm forward, right arm back. Grab hold of your outer right leg or knee. Or if you want to go for a revolved hand to big toe pose, the full variation, grab your foot and start to extend your leg. Only extend as much as you can without rounding your spine. So nice. Press through your right heel, flexion through your toes. Squeeze your inner thighs and make sure you're breathing. One last round. Exhale, twist, 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 and unwind. Inhale, maybe extend right if you haven't. Exhale, one last curtsy squat. Hands to heart. Inhale, high mountain pose, reach. And let it all go. Dive down, forward fold. Beautiful job. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, move through your vinyasa. And this time, invitation to end up in a child's pose. Child's pose it out. Maybe a couple big sighs. Just feel whatever there is to feel. Notice whatever there is to notice flowing through. Good job, everyone. Your next couple breaths, downward facing dog. Do you remember why your alarm was going off? All right, from your down dog, inhale your right leg to the sky. Peel your right hip open, so bend your right knee. Peel it open, squeeze through your outer right glute. So it is called your medial glute. For whatever reason, we have the hardest time getting this muscle to engage. See if you can feel it. It's on the outside of your right butt cheek. Use it to lift your right knee higher and open your right hip more. Take one more inhale here. Good job. You can absolutely stay here or flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you. Right arm forward or right hand behind your head. Pump up your heart. Lift your hips. Beautiful. Nice, Callie. One more big, huge inhalation. Exhale to come back, three-legged down dog. If you want, you can set your right foot down, but then re-extend it. So right leg high, inhale, pigeon pose, right shin to the top of your mat. Set your body down, and we'll be here for a little while. So take your time to set yourself up intentionally. If you'd rather take this on your back or in a seat, if you feel it will serve you better there, please feel free. Rather than tuning out, going somewhere else in your mind, I know it's so tempting. See if you can just stay. Stay with sensation. Stay with maybe boredom or frustration or anxiety. Just hold whatever's flowing through with your loving awareness. Anytime you feel like there's too much sensation, too much energy, give it somewhere to go. Sigh it out your mouth. So all we do when we practice, all we're really here to do is to connect with ourselves. To connect with our body and our breath and all that energy that's moving through us every single day, all day long. But we're up in our head, so we totally miss it. So right now, we are just being so present with our body. And this is how we form a relationship with our body. This is how we learn to listen to our body. People say, I don't know what my body's telling me. Well, of course you don't, because we never stop and listen in our culture. We're always up in our head. So a relationship with our body is just like a relationship with any other human being. It takes time. It takes showing up again and again. It takes listening, getting curious, responding in a loving way from presence and wisdom, not out of reaction, frustration, anger. Really good, you guys. Take about 3 more breaths. You can exhale out your mouth anytime. Ah. All right, bottom of your next exhale, just start your own transition back to down dog. So however you want to get there. Maybe you move into a 3-legged dog, maybe you move into a tabletop, maybe you take a vinyasa, take some cat-cows. Eventually see you in downward facing dog pose. Walk it out. Ah. Just reconnect to your breath. Notice a difference, right side, right leg, left leg. Next time you inhale, take your right leg to the, or excuse me, left leg to the sky. Left leg to the sky, and then peel your left hip open. So bend your knee, feel that muscle on the outside of your left glute, your medial glute. Feel it squeezing, engaging, firing. So hard for us. Start to wake it up. See if you can use it to lift your knee higher and open your hip even more. Really good, you guys. Stay here, or flip your dog. Nice and easy. Left foot comes down. Let your heart open. Lift your hips. Yes, breathe all the way down into your belly and stretch your abdominal wall. Nice, Lily. One last big, huge inhalation. Those of you in the back bend. And then come back, 3-legged dog. If you want to, you can set your left foot down, re-extend. When you're ready, pigeon pose. Left shin to the top of your space. Come down gently. If you want to take it on your back or in a seat, of course, that is perfectly fine. Breath by breath, soften, give in. So when I say soften, I don't mean just collapse into the pose. I mean, build the strong structure, find the integrity first. So that's the action, what we've been doing this whole entire class of hugging towards midline. So energetically, you're pulling your left butt cheek up and back, like there's a rope now attached to your left butt cheek, and it's pulling up and back. So you don't want your left butt on the ground, especially if it's easy for you to get it there. Try not to. Create stabilization. And then from that stable foundation, that structure, that integrity, then you use your breath to soften. So it's like if you make a fist with your hand, you can clench that fist so hard that you almost shake, or you can keep the strong structure of your fist. You can soften your fingers within it. You can soften around it. Same thing you're doing here in pigeon pose, breath by breath, softening within it, softening around it. Even more if you can. Open mouth size at any time. Here for about 4 more. Whatever's there, not trying to fix it, not trying to change it, just allowing it, witnessing it, holding whatever you feel with your loving awareness. That's the yoga. That's the practice. When you feel pretty much ready, and I'll leave it up to you, when you feel like you're pretty much even on both sides, to start a slow transition back to one final down dog. Once again, you can get there your own way. You can take a vinyasa if you want to. No hurry. Then either, once you're back in down dog, either take a moment to walk it out, feel into all that space you've created. Or if maybe child's pose would feel nice, just some grounding, a little bit of rest. Feel free to go there. Last couple breaths. And then everybody eventually start transitioning all the way down onto your back. However you want to get there, in whichever direction you feel like facing. All the way onto your back. Once you are on your back, just gently hug your knees towards your belly and find a little rock from side to side. Keep your right knee hugging in and extend your left leg forward to set it down. And then move into a supine spinal twist. So you can kind of scoot your hips over to the right side of your mat as you roll onto your left side. Your right arm could extend out to the right, or maybe a goalpost position with your right arm against the ground. So have the intention of keeping your heart wide open, front of your shoulders wide open. Breathe all the way down into your belly and let your body melt around the twist with every exhalation. Ah. And in your next couple rounds, ease your way back to neutral. So keep your left leg extended, but kind of scoot your hips back in line with your shoulders. And as you keep your left leg extended, just give your right knee a big squeeze up towards your armpit. So hands around the front of your right shin, hands around the front of right shin. Big squeeze in and up towards your armpit. Left leg stays extended like there's a heavy sandbag on top of your left leg. And then turn it into a half happy baby. So grab hold of your right foot, hold down with your right arm. Your elbow is inside your knee. As you grab hold of your foot, pull down, but with your foot, resist, press up, flex your toes. Imagine that heavy sandbag on top of your left thigh and do your best to keep a neutral spine. So neutral spine means backs of your shoulders and backs of your hips are on the ground. If in order to grab your foot, you have to lift your right shoulder way up, but maybe instead you grab your ankle, shin, or back of thigh. Take one more round. Big deep breath in your half happy baby. And then release your right leg. Take it out next to your left leg. For a moment, just a little micro shavasana. Just rest. Arms out to your sides, legs extended. Close your eyes. Little micro shavasana. For a moment, I want you to get curious. I want you to feel your right leg. If you could not move your right leg, if you couldn't look down and see it, if you couldn't touch it, how would you know that your right leg is still there? Can you feel it from inside? So no moving your right leg, no touching it, no looking at it. Feel the energy inside of it. Sense the energy. Connect with the energy in your right leg. Then do that with your right arm. If you can't move your right arm, you can't look down, you can't touch it. Can you feel it from inside? This is body awareness. A lot of us struggle so much with it. Start to get curious about inhabiting your body with your awareness. Keep your right leg extended. Hug your left knee towards your belly. And then we'll move into a supine spinal twist on this side. So you can kind of scoot your hips to the left, reach your left arm out to the left, roll onto your right side. Cactus or goalpost with left arm, or just extend your left arm out. Try to keep your heart open. If your left shoulder lifts, it's okay, but have the intention of rooting down through the back of your left shoulder. Use your breath. And slowly, next round or two, come back to neutral, come back to center. And keep your right leg extended, but just scoot your hips back in line so they're straight down from your shoulders. With your right leg extended, now left knee up towards left armpit, hands around the front of your shin if possible. Give your left knee a big squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as you take a big Buddha belly breath. Squeeze your knee in, up, and out. And then half happy baby with left leg. Remember, pull down with your arm, but resist with your leg. Press up through your heel. So again, creating that stability as we create flexibility. After a few rounds in half happy baby, invitation to turn it into a full happy baby. And in your full happy baby, you can kind of rock side to side. Maybe you even extend one leg like you're pulling a bow and arrow, and then the other. Maybe even both legs extend at the same time. So give yourself a few rounds, finishing off your own practice in any way that your body is calling for. And then eventually just making your transition into your final relaxation. If that means covering your eyes with something or putting on extra layers of clothing, please feel free. Once you guys settle in, I will read to you. And this is by Jeff Foster. This is called Be Gloriously Unresolved. You will never reach a point in your life where everything is solved, all neatly tied up in a bow. That's just not the point. There is no final scene, only the ongoing adventure movie, forever unresolved. You learn to love the mess of your life, its constantly changing nature, its unpredictability. And you stand as the immutable silence in the midst of the storm. the wide open space in which joy and pain, ecstasy and agony, boredom and bliss can arise and subside like waves in the ocean. There are no problems when you know yourself as the space for it all. So no matter what is flowing through you this morning, see if you can give yourself these last few moments. Just simply be the space or whatever's there to flow through without judgment, without needing to figure anything out, but just simply feeling, simply noticing. Let the sounds, let the vibrations, frequencies stir up whatever is ready to come to the surface. And if at any time you need to take a big deep breath, just soften around it, please feel free. So these last few moments are just for you, just to feel and to simply just be. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Start to come back to your physical body. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Might feel good to give yourself a little massage, temple massage, forehead massage, jaw massage. And in your own time, just roll to one side, fetal position. And take a moment curling into yourself in this nurturing way. Maybe even visualize, use your imagination, and just see all the energy of that sound bath of your practice, just seeping in, soaking in, integrating into your being. Use your arms to ease your way up into seated meditation, facing forward towards the front of your mat and the front of our space. Notice how you feel. As you come into your seat, notice if you feel a little bit different than you did at the beginning. Gather your hands to your heart. Invitation to close our practice together with our own voice, our own vibration. So try not to worry too much about how you sound, no judgment, but just focus more on using your own voice, letting it express out of you. So feel it as it moves through and expresses as sound. Start by exhaling, emptying out, and clear your throat if you need to. Breathe in your voice. Open your mouth big and wide. Thank you all so much for being here, showing up, letting me guide you. Namaste. All right, my friends, thank you so much. I hope to see you on Thursday morning, and if not, have a happy Thanksgiving. Let me know if you have any questions.
She did actually know that. She did that. You're so amazing today. I was going to see if I can show you through. We're going to go to the park for the good girl? Yes. For the good girl to go to the park? Yes. She's up at the front of the class.
I'm so sorry. Tell me your name one more time.
Catherine.
Oh my God, that's like pretty much my name. I should
There she is.
My real name is Katie, not Catherine. A lot of people ask me, yeah.
Your real name is
Katie, yeah. But similar enough, I should remember.
This is what I'm telling you about, who's super flexible, but is a bigger lady. But
sounds not fun.
Is it Lily? You're Rosie. And yeah, okay, Lily, but okay, I could remember your name, but I can't remember Lily. And you're Ben's daughters? I love that. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Katie.
You're welcome, Paul. Thank you.